these idiots. It's like having a good bike lane, but yet they must ride on the line. No, so on dual lane roads, we just want the position closest to the dotted white line. It's only if we've got like a big truck or... You know how we were just turning onto the road then? If you've still got cars in the right-hand lane that were already on the road, like speeding past you at the speed limit, then yeah, maybe we'd stay away from them until we go up to speed. But yeah, we want to be closer to the dotted white line so we're in line with everyone's mirrors in both lanes most of the time. So at the lights up ahead, we're going to be turning right. Should be doing 70 already. We just had the 70 signs there. So turning right at these lights and then left. So see how long it's taking you to get over into... Just want to close your inside line off from anyone cutting you off, because that's what happened back at the other set of lights. You left that gap open on your left, and that's why I rode my bike in there. Truck driver took it too tight, I'm guessing. Hey, nice KTM. So yeah, turning right here and then left at the roundabout, okay? Oh, he actually did hit the traffic light. Bugger. Oh, yeah. That sticks out heaps. In the oil slick. So if you're riding in the very middle of the lane, you're in the oil slick. Alright, so we'll take our next right hand turn. most roads that connect with traffic lights in Midland. Not all of them, but most of them, the 60 zones. All dual lane roads in Midland are at least 60 k's an hour. Lots of merge points around Midland as well, so look out for them, especially like ones like these traffic lights coming up. So a single lane on the other side of these lights, so we've got to indicate halfway through the lights and look over our shoulder before we reach the other side. In this situation, it's just give way to the right. Looking right, looking left, indicating to our right, looking over our shoulder, staying to our left though. Now back over to our right because we've got the car there. So with merge points, we don't have to follow the direction of the merge if we don't need to. We as bike riders, we just go to wherever we need to be. So yeah, if you ever got power, the traffic lights aren't working, it's just like a normal intersection, okay? So just giving way to the right, basically. Track. Keep going, just slow down a little bit, look to your right, look to your left, and then just go through. Remember, it's only give way to your right. Slow down a little bit, but try not to be almost coming to a stop. Especially because like we could see if there was cars coming from quite a fair way back. So yeah, just look nice and early, continue through. The power's out in Midland. At the lights up ahead, we're going to be turning left. Head checks. So yeah, got two side streets along here, the one on the right back there and the one on the left we just passed. They often get forgotten about. So turning left at the lights. At the bike lane there, we should have shoulder checked as well, so you've got to make sure you shoulder check those bike lanes. Just me making a point of you leaving the gap open. So you've got to close that gap off on the curb when you're turning left, okay? At the roundabout up ahead, we're going to turn left. When we turn left here, just stick in your left-hand wheel track. We're going to turn left into the third driveway on the left. Yep. Indicator off. So turning left into this next driveway, and we're going to park in the bays on the right hand side, just by that tree. The first tree, should I say. Alright, you can switch her off for a second if you like.
Cool, just a couple of things. When we're taking off at traffic lights or traffic's pulling away from you after you've stopped, try to take off with traffic rather than just letting them take off and then deciding to take off. Because then otherwise the cars behind you are just, they're wanting to take off with the traffic, but then you're kind of holding them back, and if they're not paying attention to you, then you're going to get rear-ended. So yeah, always take off with traffic rather than waiting for them to move away and stuff like that. Just when they start rolling, you start rolling. Okay. Yeah, this is the licensing centre car park. Licensing centre is just where the wheelie bins are over there. When you're coming in here, you got that flat bit of curbing that sticks out from the grass little area there when we first came in that you rode over. Can you see it? Yep. So you've got to avoid that flat little bit of curbing, that bit of concrete that's coming out from the curb there. You can see it, yeah? Yeah, cool. You just rode over it. It's meant to simulate a real island, so yeah, just go around it next time you come in. The other thing to look out for is the zebra crossing. If anybody's crossing the zebra crossing, must give way. Even if they've walked up to it and you've stopped and then they've waved you through, no, you've got to let them go because they've got right away. Okay? When you're by yourself and you've got your license, if they wave you through, then yeah, whatever, they've told you that you can go. But just test-wise, you just don't want to fail your test for a technicality. Yeah, cool. The other thing as well, just make sure you close that gap off on the curb. Yeah, I know. If we stare too much to our right all the time and not pay attention to where we are when we're coming up to the turn as well, yeah, you're not going to close that gap off by the time you hit the giveaway line. So yeah, if you do need to come to a stop and then you suddenly stop and then the assessor comes up alongside you, yeah, you know you're stuffed up. So yeah, just got to close that gap off. Me, myself, I'll look for cars nice and early, I'll check my spacing. Look for cars again, check my spacing again. So just constantly backwards and forwards. Okay? Alright, when you're ready, we're going to head out this driveway again, and we're going to head up to that roundabout and turn left. Oh, before we take off though, yeah, one thing I just remembered. When you came in here, I mean besides the curbing, when you came in here, you came up to the end of the driveway, and you turned right, and then you turned right into the parking base, but you had your left-hand indicator on from where we turned into the driveway. So just make sure you get your right-hand indicator on when you're turning at the end here, and then when or if you're turning into the parking bays. So yeah, always use your indicator, okay? Cool. All right. When you're ready, I'm just going to pull out nice and close to the edge of the parking bays. Always keep your bike in gear, okay? So see where you are compared to me? So you want to pull out nice and close to the edge of the parking bay, so that way you're not pulling out all the way out into the middle of the road. Okay? Mirror indicate shoulder check before we take off. Indicating to our left. And then indicating to our right.
Red turning car is just in front of us. If there was more cars there turning and they were blocking our lane, we can go out into the bike lane to go around them, just so you know. You just do it like a lane change though. Right hand wheel track has got the medium strip in the middle of the road, and head checking side streets. It's only 60 through here. First tricky area in Midland coming up is this underpass that's coming up. So when we go through the underpass, we're going straight, but our lane actually veers to the left slightly as we go under the underpass. See where those cars are going now? Yep. We don't want to go where the car on the right is going, because that goes to the highway. So looking right, looking left, veering to our left slightly. There we go. Looking right, looking left. Excellent. So not much of a tricky spot once you've been through it. But it is something that can easily catch you out if you've never been through there before. At the roundabout up ahead, we're going to do a U-turn. So here, seeing the oncoming car, I probably briefly would have moved over to my left and then back over to my right. The assessor will argue that when the car's exiting, they're briefly pointing directly at you on the exit for a moment. Alright, at the lights this time we do want to turn right, okay? So we are going to go into the turning lane this time. Head check's good. Now, very rare for you to come down this way, back towards this way, but see the traffic lights up ahead where the yellow sign is? On the right up there? You want to pay attention to that traffic light that's just on the right up there. See the yellow sign on the right? On the black fence? Okay, we gotta go, dude. So you gotta make sure you're in first gear before you come to a stop. So it's only a green light, so we have to give way to vehicles coming through the